with this design, I'm going to show you what I did in preparation for this. And you know it's not going to be the same, because every time I turn one of those, it will always come up to be different. But I got a piece of the same wood, not nearly as interesting as that one, but you can see it still has this punkiness in the center, but more so on this part, which was going towards the top of the tree, than it is on this part. This part actually has very little over here. Look at the piece. I decide which one do I want towards the top. And even though I like irregular shapes, but this is the irregularity that I like, it's still somewhat balanced more than this one. This one would give me just a very oblong, which is fine if that's what you're looking for, but that's not what I'm looking for in this one. I am looking more for this being the top of the bowl. So bring it to the lathe real quick. So, like I said, this will be the top of the bowl. So I'm going to bring my live center in here, see how close I am to center. And this one would work either way. If I wanted to make this the top, that would also work. But either way, even at the top, most of this would be lost. And what it would have done is it would have given me a very deep bowl. Let me see. By putting this, turning this with this as being the top, what it would do is give me some very deep areas in here and here, and very oblong looking bowl. So rather than do that and come up with one that's a little bit more round, I'm going to start throwing this up as the base, make a tenon, flip it, and do the rest. This turning should take me, from beginning to end, probably an hour and a half for completion. So let's see how we do. Speed, 400 RPMs to start off with. And that's good enough for me to reverse it and get a grip. And I'm actually going to go a little deeper here. So this is still my top, this is my base. So I'm going to work the base a little bit first. All I did was establish a tenon so I could reverse it rather than putting it on a faceplate or anything of that sort. I'm going to go in here real quick and through the spot more or less. Put my live center in. Okay, so I'm pretty close to the top over here. The rest will be from the bottom. And I got a little deterioration on the side, on the back over here. So before I get too far with that, I'm going to dab it with CA for my final finish on that. That's some deterioration. It's rotted over there. So letting it really saturate and getting in there to assure me that it will stay together. When I do the inside, that's going to show up on the inside edge, not so much in the center as with what's shown over here right now. I got two areas that have deterioration. This right here, which is a secondary pit to this blank, and this one right here. This one over here has been saturated from the outside, so just getting it saturated from the inside now. And this piece is ready for sanding. Sanding, I'm going to start off with 80 grit sandpaper. Time for a little bit of sanding sealer. Enrich the wood grain a little bit. And also it helps with these soft fibers. So here's another end grain bowl. And really there's no right and wrong on this. It's a matter of preference on what you like and coming up with the design that you think is pleasing to you. You know, and I know the majority of you like things slick and want to see something, me achieving something else. And you know, that's not what I'm trying to do. I am not trying to please the majority. Mostly what I'm trying to do is just please my own satisfaction of when I'm here. If you happen to like it, that is great. But if you don't, I mean, that's, you know, I would like you to like it as well, because it's my style, it's my taste. But it does not mean that you have to like something. Making a comment on my video, there has to be a positive comment. I am quite okay with people telling me, hey, yeah, I like it better when you do it this way, or I like it better when you achieve a better shine, or I like it better when you spend more time sanding it and show as a nice result of a well sanded piece versus one that you didn't spend that much time. So those are all preferences that you can have that do not take away from what I do. It really is personal opinion. Well, with this, I'm going to, even though I just applied a little bit of sanding sealer here, I realized that I still have to thin down this edge right here, but I want to do it from the bottom up. So this is a little bit dangerous at this point, so gotta go slow and easy. Time to buff it up. And here it is. Now, if you don't like this type of finish and you like a higher gloss, it's achievable. It's just a matter of sanding it a little bit longer than I do. Now I'm going to try something even different. After this, I'm going to try the Yorkshire grit. Why? Because I want to try something different. I know what's the recommended use for it, but I'm still looking for something that works for me. That's it. Time to get rid of the foot. And again, same method. It works. Get it fairly deep, then go with a skew with a high edge in there. And just nibble at it.
Well, thanks again. Hopefully I can do something a little bit more interesting next time. Who knows? But I know it's going to be a little while. So, see you when I can. Take care.